Okay, hello, this is MKM Film 2009, and I just want to give a shout out to Budget Jedi because he just gave me a shout out last night when he reviewed his die-cast Star Wars little figures, spaceships, and I really appreciate that. So I'm sure most of you know this geezer. He's a really good reviewer, both vintage and modern, so check out his channel. And as I said just now, I really appreciate the shout out, so thanks. Okay, here for this review we're going to look at a Revenge of the Jedi proof card. So this is from 1983, and so it mirrors what's happening now with the Revenge of the Jedi vintage collection cards with the actual carded action figures. So this is what it all goes back to. So back in 1980, early 83, George Lucas was going to call the film Revenge of the Jedi, and then he changed his name to Return of the Jedi. A bit slow today. And so this is the BOSSK backer card, proof card for Revenge of the Jedi, and it's the same image that was used on the Empire Strikes Back cards. And it has at the top there Revenge of the Jedi. It's a 48 back card. It says BOSSK Bounty Hunter, and you've got a nice image of BOSSK there, a transition bounty hunter, and you've got the free neon numb offer there from Revenge of the Jedi, and you've got the AFA grade there, Revenge of the Jedi BOSSK proof card, AFA 85. And if I turn it around, you can see the 48 back. So it says Star Wars action figures, collect all 48. So these are all Star Wars or Empire Strikes Back figures. And it says special offer, free neon numb figure from Star Wars Revenge of the Jedi with 5 proofs of purchases. So even now you have to send in your seals or proofs of purchase to get the free new Boba Fett, the concept Boba Fett, the white one. And so this is it, a Revenge of the Jedi proof card. I did a review of a Luke Hoth Revenge of the Jedi card a while back, and there I said I wouldn't get any more because they're so expensive. I got this one at a pretty fair price on eBay, so you know, I sort of put the bid in right at the end and didn't expect to win, so you know, there you go. So this is BOSSK Bounty Hunter, Revenge of the Jedi. Okay, so one more look at the Revenge of the Jedi BOSSK action figure proof card. So this is from 1983, so it's really getting on a bit. And so there you are. Has a green space that backs the figure, and there you go, Revenge of the Jedi, nice item. Okay, so if you go on the Rebel Scum, they'll tell you that there's about approximately 10 to 20 cards for each figure that was really exist. So these are pretty scarce and thus pretty rare. You might get ones that are graded 90 and the odd one that's graded 95. So on eBay there's one, I think it's a Ben Kenobi Revenge of the Jedi proof card that goes for £5,000. That's because it's a grade 95, which is uber rare. But I mean, the 85 is still a good grade. I'll be showing you some other stuff that's not so highly graded later. So there you are, Revenge of the Jedi BOSSK proof card, front and back. And if you're a vintage collector like me, then this is the dog's proverbials, as they would say. So there you are. Oh yeah, another shout out, I'd like to say Laugh It Up Fuzzball, that I like your channel and that it's good to have a fellow UK reviewer, apart from obviously Sith Lord, that's doing a good job. So check out his channel, Laugh It Up Fuzzball. He's a new guy on YouTube, and his channel's really growing really faster than mine, but there you go. Maybe I'm a bit boring. Well, you know. put all this effort in. Well, I edit a lot. I use a lot of old footage. I just re-edit it as well. That's why I've got so many videos. So there you go. Revenge of the Jedi BOSSK proof card. Time to say goodbye. So say goodbye. Goodbye. And there's the back of the card. And me and Num's going to say, oh, goodbye as well. There you go. Revenge of the Jedi. So, as I close, I want one more shout out to Budget Jedi. Thanks for the shout out you gave me yesterday. And Laugh It Up Fuzzball. Alright, cheers you two. And look forward to more of your reviews. Okay. Cheers. Oh hi, so we've just looked at the Revenge of the Jedi proof cards for BOSSK, so I thought we might as well look at the action figure. So this is my actual vintage from the 80s, 1980 BOSSK action figure. So as you can see, it's very much of its time and shows appropriate aging. I've lost the gun from years ago, so this is a BOSSK from 1980. So it's got the actual they got the costume down to pretty good, with the orange thing around his neck and the little breathing apparatus, whatever that thing is on his round chest piece there, and then the tubes, and there you go. Articulation was limited, so he could swivel his head just like that. That's still pretty stiff, and then his arms could move forward and back, and his legs could move forward. Okay, so there's his holes, that's where you plugged him in it, and then there's his feet. His arms are pretty scaly. If you notice that the arms and the feet are quite dark, whereas the head's a lot lighter. Can't really pick out, but he's got a little bit of red around his eyes to make him look bloodshot. Next to this BOSSK is the 1996-97 BOSSK from Power of the Force. This is an excellent figure. Okay, the 2010 version on what is it, the blue card, that's the one I still want to get, because that's an excellent figure. Well, this one for its time's not bad. Okay, he's got swivel arms, shoulders, neck, waist and legs. But if you look at the detailing on this figure, it's such a vast improvement. So we've got the costume down, the figure's not too muscular, as a lot of Power of the Force figures were. And he's even got a logo on the side of his shoulder there. The face sculpt is really good as well. You can see the teeth, the eyes look more bloodshot. The scaling on the skin's quite nice with the talons on the end. He's even got toe detail plus little cuffs on the back of his ankles and the actual ammo belts on his feet. So this BOSSK is really good. Comes with this weapon as well, which is quite a good sculpting, even though it's just one colour, sort of metallic silver colour. If I can get it off. So there's the weapon he comes with. That's BOSSK, quite unique weapon. And one more look at BOSSK from Power of the Force 2 with excellent detail. So this is a figure, if you can track it down, it's worth picking up. Okay, it's not the best BOSSK, but it's still a really good action figure. Okay, it doesnn have modern articulation, but still it's really decent. And then you've got the vintage one, which, as it is vintage, is the one I still prefer. And there you got him, BOSSK. Let's see if we can get a good close-up on the face. And then you've got the detailing there. And this was quite an early figure, 1980. So there you go. I'd have been 10 then. So there you are, BOSSK and BOSSK. And BOSSK Revenge of the Jedi proof card. There you go. Cheers. Okay, these are some of my vintage figures from when I was a kid. So I've had these for a long time, and they're definitely showing their age. So first of all, we've got Luke X-Wing, and this one's pretty battered. So the helmet's got a lot of wear and tear, and unfortunately the head's come off, so I've stuck it back on with blue tack. So that's the Luke X-Wing, from originally released in 1979, I guess, 78, 79. So great figure and very orange. Next we got Forlom, and he, okay, so his real name's Zuckus, but to vintage collectors is called Forlom, and this is a great figure. It comes in this really nice faux leather coat with this strap-on backpack, and the detailing on the head's quite good. So this was a later release. It came out in '82, and actually it was the last of the Empire Strikes Back figures to get released. And there you are, Forlom, or Zuckus says it. There you are. The jacket's removable, and you can see his legs there, really small feet. So there's Forlom. We've got a Sand People, or Sand Person, Tusken Raider. This one is from around, well, it's one of the original 12 backs, and doesn't have hollow cheeks. So there's a variation with hollow cheeks there, and that is really expensive. Okay, you can see the cape's quite discoloured now, so over the years it's changed from light beige to a sort of reddish, it's got a reddish tinge to it now. So this is the original Sand Person. His hands are set in a way that so he can hold his gaffy stick, which I unfortunately have lost since. So they are the original Sand Person from 1978. Then we've got the JAWA in a cloth cape, and I'll be doing a little feature on the JAWA in a minute, so we'll save him for later. Everyone knows about the vinyl cape JAWA. This is the original vinyl cape version. Next we've got Chewbacca. This one shows its age and is pretty damaged. Its feet show a lot of damage because they've been rubbed away. So this is Chewbacca, quite a tall figure, quite slim and a classic figure. 12 back as well. Then we've got Ben Kenobi with light grey hair and the blue lightsaber which you can push down and so there you are. A bit stiff, but he's still got it, and he's still got the all-important lightsaber tip. So if you go on eBay at the moment, there's a Ben Kenobi carded with the double telescoping lightsaber, and that's going for about £15,000, I think. So that's probably the most expensive action figure, Star Wars action figure on eBay at the moment. So, but this is, you can see that the arms have discoloured a bit, and the legs as well. But this is an old figure, 1978, classic figure. They are Ben Kenobi. Then we've got Luke Bespin with the brown hair. Shows lots of wear, especially around the belt. But a classic figure, one of the best Lukes ever. Great outfit, tannish boots. So it also comes in yellow hair version. This is the brown haired version. There's also meant to be an orange haired version as well, which is really rare. Then we've got BOSSK, which I shown just earlier. Classic figure. What you looking at? And then last of all, we've got Han Bespin. This is probably my favourite vintage Han, apart from maybe the black vest as well. But this one's an excellent figure. Just looks really cool. Got tan pants and a dark blue jacket. Head sculpt's really good. Looks like a. I played with this one a lot anyhow. So this is a great figure, Han Solo in Bespin gear. So there you are, a pile of my vintage figures. I've got a few more and I'll show them over time, but this is because I had to go get the BOSSK out, so I thought I'd show you the rest. So there you are. Okay, here we've got a JAWA on an Empire Strikes Back card. It's a US release, Kenner, and it has the Star Wars display arena offer, and you've got the little JAWA in the cloth cape. Obviously, everyone knows about the vinyl cape JAWA, which is like a holy grail of Star Wars collecting, and you can see that it has the Empire Strikes Back logo there, and ages 4 and up, and the classic picture of the JAWA from A New Hope firing its rifle, possibly at R2-D2 to stun him. So that's the front of the card. Okay, it's quite a low grade, this one, hence it wasn't too expensive. At one time, the Empire Strikes Back JAWA was considered pretty scarce, but not so much these days. Say maybe 10-15 years ago, the JAWA on the Empire Strikes Back card was considered a hard find, but now it's a lot easier to find. So, okay, I've got one of these on a 20 back A card, and that's on YouTube already, and this one is on the Empire Strikes Back 45 back Kenner card with the 45 figures that were available at the time, and the offer for Star Wars action figure display arena. I don't know if this was available in the UK, I don't think it was. That's a USA offer, and that's quite a good offer, it looks like. So here's the JAWA cloth cape. You can see its two little beady yellow eyes peering through. So the grades for this are, card is 85, so it's a really nice card. The bubble is 60 and the figure is 85. I don't know why the bubble gets to 60 though, because it looks pretty sealed. Maybe there's some sort of drying out of the glue, but otherwise I'm not sure. There's some denting at the bottom. You can't really pick it out though. There's some denting there. Maybe that's why it's got a 60 grade. But otherwise, the bubble looks really good, and even the seller said that grade seems a bit harsh. You can see some of the, I don't know if you can really pick out the waffle glue pattern, but it looks pretty well attached, so I don't know why it's got such a low grade. The JAWA had quite a specific action figure bubble as well. So there you go. So JAWA 45 back. 1981's the year it came out. Card is 85, as I said. Bubble is 60. Bit perplexing that. And figure is 85. It gets a 70 excellent plus overall. So there you go. If I say there, you or whatever. So there's the JAWA classic figure. And let's have another look at the back again. Okay, so 45 back with the yellow action figure display, classic image, and the actual offer at the bottom. I'm sure you had to send in, how many proof of, you had to send in 10 Star Wars action figures, proof of seals. You had to send 10 of those in, wow. And $2 as well. Okay, here's the cloth cape of the JAWA, obviously not from that one. Very nice, and let's turn that around. Okay, and here's the JAWA action figure. This is my own one I had from childhood. So this is with the cape off. So I just want you to see the detail of the figure more. So you can see that it's a tiny little figure with a sort of brownish tinge to it, 2 ammo belts around its waist, and the very distinctive yellow eyes. So this is a classic 12 back figure. Originally came with a vinyl cape JAWA, vinyl cape, and then they switched to the cloth cape, and now everyone wants the vinyl cape JAWA. So there you are. This is about how many years? 30 years old maybe, so it's still pretty good condition. So there you are. The vinyl cape, not vinyl cape, the cloth cape JAWA, and the JAWA there on a 45 back card. Okay, so that's the Empire Strikes Back JAWA. Once rare, but now not too hard to find. Okay, so next see what we're going to look at next. Okay, here's the JAWA with its cloth cape on. So you can see that cloth cape's pretty much makes it look pretty different. You can just make out the glowing eyes or painted eyes, and you can see that there's a bit of colour change to the plastic. So there you are, the JAWA cloth cape. Put it next to the big carded version, the Empire Strikes Back version there. Okay, so okay, here we got a Greedo bouncy head or head knocker. So really nice. I only got it because it was so cheap. It's, I got it in Model Zone in London, Kingston. It's £2.99. So there's Greedo, and he's got a little blaster. Head's huge, and it just wobbles. Great display piece though, if you're into Greedo. So if you go to Model Zone, you'll probably find quite a few of these. This was £2.99. So you can just make out the price there, £2.99. Down from $9.99, and it's by Funko. So Model Zone, probably the only place in the UK that you can get these, maybe Forbidden Planet, but at Model Zone they're going for well cheap, $2.99. So it's worth, if you're into these sort of things, to go pick them up. So there you are, Greedo. Okay, here we've got a GAMORREAN guard from the vintage 1983 Return of the Jedi. It's a AFA grade 80U, and it's the dark armor version. Sorry about the light, but it's gotten really dark. So this is quite a good figure for its time. It's probably the largest figure when it was made. Out of the Star Wars line, well, it's certainly the fattest, and it's a really good figure. I mean, nice paint job. This is the dark armored version, so you can get this with an armor that's more silver, or this with a sort of more slightly darker tone to it. Comes with an axe, and is a really classic figure. You've probably seen the GAMORREAN guard I've got on a sample card, which is probably the rarest figure I've got. That plus the Luke X-Wing on the Return of the Jedi transition card, those two are the rarest figures I've got. So that GAMORREAN guard, probably only 3 of those in the world carded on that sample card. So I must say that I've got the rarest carded GAMORREAN guard from 1982-83, and then there's this version. Snapped it up for 15 quid. Can't complain about that. It's a U grade, so that the U grade means it's never been out touched by human hands, or only by the people that work at AFA. And so let's see if we can get a better detail. Sorry about the poor lighting. So there he is, GAMORREAN guard, quite a muscular figure. The most famous thing about this figure is that the body was reused in 1991 on the Friar Tuck Kenner Robin Hood figure, so Prince of Thieves. So there you are, GAMORREAN guard, and also that the 2010 GAMORREAN guard is such a hot figure, everyone wants it, but this is the original 1983 version. I've got about 7 of these carded on Kenner cards, maybe 6 now. So there you are, GAMORREAN guard, great figure from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Okay, so quite a heavy figure as well, and for its time one of the best vintage figures. I mean, it looks like what it's meant to, and it's solid and nicely sculpted. You can see nice muscle definition and all that sort of stuff. So there you are, the 1983 GAMORREAN Guard U80 AFA. So sometimes you get bargains like this on eBay. You just got to be really patient. No one was looking at it, so as soon as it was counting down, I just put my bid in and won it for the minimum 15 quid. So what's his name? Laugh It Up Fuzzball asked about eBay and stuff like that, and well, you just got to be patient and look for bargains. I mean, at the moment I've been spending way too much the past, say, since Easter time, so now I've got to really, it's almost Christmas, so I can't just keep buying stuff and not buy anything for anyone else. Okay, so there you are. So £15 for AFA graded. If this was a U85, you're talking about £100. That's the average price for one of these. So to get it for 15 quid, and it's only 5 points less. So there you are. Dark armor as well. Okay, this is SORA BULQ, and he's on a SAGA collection card from about 2006. And I'm sorry about the lights, but it's getting really dark now. And he's a Jedi from Attack of the Clones. I've taken photographs, so you'll be able to see the photographs much better, because the light's just getting really bad at the moment. And I've got like 2 or 3 lights on already, and it's still not really picking it up. So you've got he's a WK Jedi here, and he comes with a blue lightsaber, and it's quite a good figure. The only reason I got it is because it was so cheap. It was £5. The winning bid was on eBay, and then the postage and packaging was about £3 or £4. I was trying to win on something else as well. I got outbid because that was cheap. So you're talking about, I mean, to pay for AFA is about 20 quid. So you know, it's not a high grade, but it's still not bad. It tells you there, fighting the has erupted on Geonosis execution arena. SORA BULQ is one of the task force of 200 sent to save Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker and Padme Adama from the execution. SORA uses his Jedi skills to destroy attacking battle droids and to protect his friends. In the end, he is one of the few survivors of this fierce conflict. So there he is. Picture there, looks pretty cool. And the action figure there. And then others in the Saga line range, and there's a hologram figure of Luke Skywalker in red, so you can just make it out there. And the other figures, Scorch, I've definitely got Scorch, and that's C-3PO there with a battle droid. None of the others. So I haven't got many of these Saga collection figures either. I prefer the OTC cards. These aren't bad, but I prefer the OTC cards. Has a picture on the back of the Jedi's fighting as a background. A picture of SORA BULQ there. Looks pretty fierce. The face detail on the action figure is really good. Let's see if we can pick it up. There, you can just make it out. It's a wicked figure though. And you just see it really done a good job with the face of that figure. And it gets grades, it gets AFA. Overall it's an excellent 75. 2006 Hasbro Star Wars Saga Collection SORA BULQ with Luke Skywalker, that's the hologram. And its card is 75, the bubble is 90, and the figure is 90. So it's got 2 high grades there. So to get this figure loose AFA graded with a 90 would be cost far more than 5 quid I paid for this. And there you can see the AFA hologram. Shame that the light's so bad, because I've got 2 more things I want to show. I mean, for photographing the stuff's okay, it's just, you know. Okay, so there you are. Star Wars, the Saga Collection, 2006, SORA BULQ. So these are what I'm talking about. Laugh It Up Fuzzball. If you look carefully, you can find things like this for a £5, which is graded. Okay, so AFA 75, so there's going to be lots more of these higher graded, but for 5 quid, you can't complain. you know, that the process of getting this AFA graded would cost more, like say £20. So there you are, you can't complain. Okay, I've just tried to improve it. I'll put another light on so you can just about see slightly better anyhow. You can see the figure, the backdrop, and there you are. So SAGA collection. Okay. Not much to say about this figure. I don't know much about it. I've seen a couple of reviews. They say that it doesn't have articulation in the knees. That seems to be the biggest gripe, but the plus of this figure is the head sculpt is really good. The detailing on the figure. So there you are. Okay, here we've got two older figures from the modern era. We've got episode 1 GALLIA with lightsaber, and the Red Clone Commander from Return of the Sith, or Revenge of the Sith, sorry. So let's look at this one first. This is the red variant. There's a green variant as well. So this one's got the red highlights on its armor. Excellent figure. Comes with lots of accessories, a rifle, a pistol, and some grappling hooks and various other equipment. Figure looks really good. Has lots of highlights and looks amazing. Comes with a visor that can move up and down. So this is from Revenge of the Sith, Clone Commander, red variant. There's a green variant as well. And it says, an elite officer in the clone army, the clone commander leads a squad of clone troopers into battle against separatist force. He wears special armor similar to that worn by ARC troopers. And you can see a picture of him there, holding his rifle, looking really cool. And then other figures in the line. I've got that one. Which one's that? That's the clone pilot. I've got that one. None of the others I've got. So there. So that's Revenge of the Sith, red variant clone commander, and he's number 33 on the vintage line, or the Revenge of the Sith line, sorry. And then we've got, last but not least, we've got episode 1 US card with the green sticker there. You could win the ultimate party offer. This is GALLIA. She's a Jedi Knight. And it's an excellent figure. The face sculpt is really good, and don't know if you can really pick it out, but it comes with a red lightsaber and a chip, so she can actually ComTech chip, sorry, so she can actually, if you put on the ComTech reader, she can actually talk, and it's on a red episode 1 card. And on the back it says what she says. It says, the shift should not be ignored. The power of the dark side is growing, I fear. There is more to this conflict than meets the eye. And this chip interacts with other Jedi. And there's the concept chip reader there. And other figures in the range. You've got the Aldi Mandrel, Chancellor Valorian, Boss Nass, Kia Demanding, Captain Tarpals, GALLIA, Mace Window OM9. I must have the Mace Window and OM9 at least, and Gasgano and Pit Droid. I'm not sure, I might have. And this figure's from 1999, and so it's getting on a bit. It's about how many years now? 12 years now. And then we've got the Revenge of the Sith Clone Commander. Two nice figures. Had these for quite a while, and I've never gotten around to doing a review of them. So you've got two figures. That figure's got an excellent face sculpt, and this figure, well, if you're into clone troopers, it's a must-have. So there you are.